Welcome back, history enthusiasts. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the glorious Chola Dynasty of India. From its rise to power to its architectural marvels, get ready for a journey through time. I'm your host Curious Sapiens. The Chola Dynasty, the longest ruling dynasty in the history of India, ruling for around 1,300 to 1,500 years, is also longest ruling dynasty in the world. Let's start with the beginnings of this extraordinary empire. The Chola Empire traces its roots back to the town of Uraiyur, in present-day Tamil Nadu. The founder of the dynasty was Vijayalaya Chola, who established his kingdom in the 9th century CE. Aditya I succeeded Vijayalaya to become the ruler of the empire. He defeated King Aprajita, and the empire gained massive power under his reign. He conquered the Pandya kings along with the Vidambas, and establishes control over the Pallavas' power in the region. Under the reign of the mighty Chola rulers, the empire expanded its territories through military conquests, diplomacy, and strategic alliances. They controlled vast regions of present-day Tamil Nadu, parts of Kerala, Karnataka, and even reached the island of Sri Lanka. But what truly set the Cholas apart was their deep appreciation for art, culture, and architecture. They left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent with their breathtaking temples. While their influence extended inland, the Cholas were also remarkable seafarers. Their maritime trade reached Southeast Asia, contributing to cultural exchange and economic prosperity. The Chola dynasty established trade links with countries like Sri Lanka, China, and Southeast Asian kingdoms, including the Khmer Empire and Srivijaya. This maritime prowess not only boosted the empire's economy but also enriched its cultural tapestry. Behind every great empire lies a strong administrative system. The Cholas were no exception. They developed a highly efficient bureaucracy that enabled effective governance and ensured the welfare of their subjects. The Cholas ruled in a sustained monarchy. The Chola Empire consisted of the current-day territories of Tiruchirappalli, Tiruvallur, Perambalur, Ariyalur, Nagapattinam, Pudukkottai, Viruthakkalam, Pichvaram and Tanjavur districts of Tamil Nadu. Here the massive kingdom was divided into provinces which were known as mandalams. Separate governors were held in charge for each mandalam. These were further divided into districts called nadus which consisted of tehsils. The system of rule was such that each village acted as a self-governing unit during the era of the Cholas. The king remained the central authority who would make the major decisions, and carry out the governance. Economy. Land revenue and trade tax were the main source of income. The Chola rulers issued their coins in gold, silver, and copper. The Chola economy was based on three tiers. At the local level, agricultural settlements formed the foundation to commercial towns, or nagaram, which acted as redistribution centers for externally produced items bound for consumption in the local economy, and as sources of products made by nagaram artisans for the international trade. At the top of this economic pyramid were the elite merchant groups, called Samayam, who organized and dominated the region's international maritime trade. One of the main articles which were exported to foreign countries was cotton cloth. Military. The Chola Empire had a robust military, of which the king was the supreme commander. It had four elements, comprising the cavalry, the elephant corps, several divisions of infantry, and a navy. There were regiments of bowmen and swordsmen, while the swordsmen were the most permanent and dependable troops. The Chola army was spread all over the country, and was stationed in local garrisons or military camps known as kodagams. The elephants played a major role in the army, and the empire had numerous war elephants. These carried houses or huge howdahs on their backs, full of soldiers who shot arrows at long range, and who fought with spears at close quarters. The Chola army composed chiefly of kaikalars, meaning, men with stronger arms, which were royal troops receiving regular payments from the treasury. The Chola rulers built several palaces and fortifications to protect their cities. The fortifications were mostly made up of bricks, but other materials like stone, wood and mud were also used. According to the ancient Tamil text Silappatikaram, the Chola kings defended their forts with catapults that threw stones, huge cauldrons of boiling water or molten lead, and hooks, chains and traps. The zenith of the Chola dynasty. The Chola dynasty reached its zenith during the reign of Emperor Rajaraja Chola I, and his son, Rajendra Chola. Under Rajaraja Chola and his son, Rajendra Chola, the Chola Empire stretched far and wide, encompassing most of present-day Tamil Nadu, parts of Karnataka, and even Sri Lanka. This period is referred to as the Golden Age of the Cholas. After the rule of Rajendra Chola, the kingdom witnessed a widespread downfall. The Brihadiswarar temple, also known as the Big Temple, in Tanjavur, stands as a testament to the architectural brilliance of the Cholas. Built by Rajaraja Chola, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and showcases the Cholas' mastery over architecture. The temple's towering Vimana, or the central tower, is a marvel of engineering, standing at over 200 feet. The intricate carvings and sculptures depicting various deities, dancers, and religious figures are a testament to the Cholas' artistic finesse. The Chola dynasty saw a golden age of literature, with the renowned Tamil works, such as the Tirukkural and Silappatikaram being composed during this era. Rajendra I, who ruled from 1014 CE to 1044 CE, he is often referred to as Rajendra the Great, and Gangakonda Cholan, the bringer of the Ganges. He is considered the most significant ruler in early 11th century South Asia, for his role in patronizing the arts, encouraging trade, influential diplomacy, military conquest, and expansion of the Chola Empire to its greatest extent. Rajendra Chola was born in Tanjavur to Rajaraja I, and his queen Vanavan Mahadevi. Rajendra assumed royal power as co-regent with his father in 1012 until his father died in 1014, when Rajendra ascended to the Chola throne. During his reign, the Chola Empire was the largest and most significant political, military, and economic force in the Indian subcontinent. It extended its reach via trade and conquest across the Indian Ocean, making Rajendra one of only a few Indian monarchs who conquered territory beyond South Asia. During his co-regent time, on his father's behalf, Rajendra Chola started his wars on the Indian mainland in an expedition in 1012 with the capture of Aduthurai in modern-day central Tamil Nadu, and Vanvasi in western Tamil Nadu. He then directed his attention to Kalapaikai in northern Andhra Pradesh and captured it in 1013. In 1014, Rajendra led a war against the Arashiapati Alarayakam in northern Karnataka and southern Maharashtra. He also captured its capital city Manikadakam, or Malekt on behalf of his father. With the death of Rajaraja Cholan in 1014 CE, Rajendra Chola ascended to the Chola throne in the same year. After a lapse of 2 years, in 1016, Rajendra Chola sent a naval force to Sri Lanka, and brought the Anuradhapura kingdom under his control. In 1018, Rajendra Chola's forces captured the Maldives and Lakshadweep Islands. After a 2-year lapse, Rajendra Chola, with his capture of many regions of the Indian mainland, became more ambitious in conquering the northern and northwestern parts of India. He commenced his war expedition in this direction in 1021, capturing Sakrakotam in the south of Chhattisgarh. Then, he sent part of his forces to the Ganges River in the north, and the other in a northwesterly direction. At the same time, he stationed himself at Sakrakotam until the 2 expeditions were complete. The second expedition went to Uttarapatha and Gangetic regions towards the Ganges River in the north from Sakrakotam. They captured the regions of Adda Vishayam and Thandabuthi in Odisha, Kosala Nadu in northern Chhattisgarh, Thakana Latam and Uttara Latam in Jharkhand, and Vangala Desam in modern-day Bangladesh, and reached the Ganges River end. The Chola Indian mainland expedition ended in 1022. After their return to the capital, Rajendra Chola commenced the construction of a new city named Gangakonda Cholapuram, with a new Shiva temple named Gangakonda Kaliswaram, and a large temple water tank called Chola Gangam, where the holy water brought from the Ganges River was mixed. In the temple Gangakonda Kaliswaram he built, the presiding deity of the Karuvarai, or sanctum sanctorium called the Gangakonda Koliswarar, also known as Paravyudayar, the god Shiva in the form of lingam, the biggest lingam among the Shiva temples in the world over, having a height of 13 feet, or 4 meters, and a circumference of 20 feet, or 6.1 meters. Rajendra Chola was a devout follower of Shiva but welcomed Buddhism, and he also built several stupas across Southeast Asia and South India. Rajendra Chola's overseas war expedition commenced in 1023. A large fleet of ships with Chola warriors was sent to Sri Vijaya, Palembang in southern Sumatra, which was captured. After that, the fleet captured the adjacent settlement Malayar. From there, the fleet sailed to the nearby island Banga and captured Mavilabangam. The fleet then sailed to Ponnai, on the eastern Sumatran mainland, followed by Ilmuridisam in northern Sumatra. The forces next sailed to Malaysia and captured Valapandar in modern-day northeast Malaysia and Kataram in northwest Malaysia. From here, Rajendra Chola's forces sailed north and captured the adjacent settlement Alankasokam in southeast Thailand, followed by Mathamalingam, eastern Thailand, and Thalatakelam in southwest Thailand. From here, the fleet departed to India. On their way, they captured Manakavaram in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the southern Myanmar, or Burma seaport city Magpapalam, and returned to Chola country. The Chola Southeast Asian expedition ended in 1024. All the captured islands were later used as strategic naval bases. One of the most enduring legacies of Rajendra Chola's reign is the emergence of new forms of trade. Partly due to his dominance of the Strait of Malacca, and several other inshore areas, a commercial system called emporia, which refers to exporting goods according to their demand, arose, making trade within the empire considerably more profitable, engendering a larger, more powerful military, facilitating the further widening of trade networks. The Khmer Empire was a major ally and trading partner, and helped the Cholas expand their networks as far as Song China. This link allowed Rajendra to incorporate Chinese vessels into the Chola military. These networks also extended west. The Cholas engaged in the spice trade with Arabia, North Africa, Anatolia and Turkic peoples. Decline. As with any empire, the Cholas faced challenges and eventually witnessed their decline. Internal conflicts, external invasions, and changing political dynamics contributed to the fall of this once great dynasty. At the close of the 12th century, the influence of the Hoslas grew rapidly. The Hoslas thoroughly exploited the lack of unity among the Tamil kingdoms, and alternately supported one Tamil kingdom against the other, thereby preventing both the Cholas and Pandyas from rising to their full potential. During the period of Rajaraja III, the Hoslas sided with the Cholas and defeated the Pandyas, and established a presence in the Tamil country. Rajendra Chola III, who succeeded Rajaraja III, was a much better ruler who took bold steps to revive the Chola fortunes. He led successful expeditions to the north as attested by his epigraphs found as far as Kudapa. He also defeated two Pandya princes, one of whom was Maravarman Sundara Pandya II, and briefly made the Pandyas submit to the Chola overlordship. The Hoslas, under Veera Someshwar, were quick to intervene, and this time they sided with the Pandyas, and repulsed the Cholas in order to counter the Cholas' revival. The Pandyas in the south had risen to the rank of a great power, who ultimately banished the Hoslas from Malanadu, or Kannada, who were allies of the Cholas, and the demise of the Cholas themselves ultimately was caused by the Pandyas in 1279. The Pandyas first steadily gained control of the Tamil region as well as territories in Sri Lanka. The Pandyans gradually became major players in the Tamil region from 1215, and intelligently consolidated their position in Kanyakumari belt, and had been steadily increasing their territories in the Kaveri belt as well as in the Kaveri delta. The last recorded date of Rajendra III is 1279. There is no evidence that Rajendra was followed immediately by another Chola prince. The Hoslas were routed from Kannanurakuppam around 1279 by Kulsekara Pandyan, and in the same war the last Chola emperor Rajendra III was routed, and the Chola Empire ceased to exist thereafter. Thus the Chola Empire was completely overshadowed by the Pandyan Empire, and sank into obscurity by the end of the 13th century, and until period of the Vijayanagara Empire. In the early 16th century, Virasekara Chola, king of Tanjore, rose out of obscurity and plundered the dominions of the then Pandya prince in south. The Pandya, who was under the protection of the Vijayanagara, appealed to the emperor, and the Vijayanagara Emperor Krishnadeva Raya accordingly directed his agent Nagama Naika, who was stationed in the south, to put down the Chola. Nagama Naika then defeated the Chola, but to everyone's surprise, the once loyal officer of Krishnadeva Raya defied the emperor for some reason, and decided to keep Madurai for himself. Krishnadeva Raya is then said to have dispatched Nagama's son, Visvanatha, who defeated his father, and restored Madurai to Vijayanagara Empire. The fate of Virasekara Chola, the last of the line of Cholas, is not known. It is speculated that he either fell in battle, or was put to death along with his heirs during his encounter with Vijayanagara Empire. Despite their decline, the Chola dynasty's impact on Indian history, especially South Indian history, cannot be overstated. Their artistic and architectural achievements continue to inspire awe and admiration to this day. Well, that wraps up our journey through the Chola dynasty of India. From their rise to power, their magnificent temples, and their far-reaching influence, the Cholas have left an indelible mark on history. Join us next time as we delve into another fascinating chapter of exploring ancient history of India. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our upcoming videos. Until then, keep exploring and embracing the wonders of our past. Thank you for watching.